Hey, family. Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast with Andrea. I'm glad to have you in this space. And you already know we don't do perfect over here. So let's talk. All right. I already know this one right here is going to get people talking. Because depending on how you see it, you either like, yeah, I should have access, or you like, absolutely not. So let's really get into it. If you pay your partner's phone bill, should you be able to go through their phone? Now, before you answer that, don't answer fast, because this isn't just about the phone. This is about trust. This is about control. This is about privacy. And this is about expectations in a relationship. Because on one side, I get it. Some people are like, if I'm paying for it, why shouldn't I have access? And to them, that makes sense. But then on the other side, you got people saying, just because you pay for something doesn't mean you have access to me. And that makes sense too. So now I'm sitting here thinking, is this really about a phone bill, or is this about power? Because when money gets involved, things can start to feel different. Because let's be honest, there's a difference between I feel comfortable sharing my phone with you and you should give me your phone because I paid for it. One comes from trust. The other can feel like control. And that's where people start to get uncomfortable. Because let's be real. If someone said, let me see your phone, your first reaction matters. Do you feel calm about it, or do you feel defensive? And that answer alone says a lot. Now let's talk about the trust. Because if you feel like you need to go through someone's phone, something is already off. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying it in an honest way. Because think about it. If everything felt secure, would you even feel the need to check? Probably not. So now we got to ask. Is the issue really access, or is the issue trust not being fully there? And then there's privacy, because being in a relationship doesn't mean you stop being an individual. People still have conversations, thoughts, space that belong to them. And that doesn't automatically mean they're doing something wrong. But at the same time, if someone is hiding their phone, moving different, being secretive, now it feels different. And that's where this gets tricky. Because now it's not black and white. It's situational. Because access doesn't fix trust. And let me say that again. Access does not fix trust. You can go through a phone all day, but if trust is broken, you're still going to feel it. And I think sometimes people use access as a way to feel secure. Like, if I check, I'll feel better. But does it actually make you feel better, or just temporary relief? Because that matters. And then there's respect. Because even in a relationship, boundaries still exist. So now the question becomes, is access something that should be given freely, or something that should be expected? Because those are two different things. And I think people feel the difference. When something is offered, it feels different than when it's demanded. So now I got to ask you something. If you have to go through someone's phone to feel secure, what does that say about the relationship? Not judging, just being real. So let's bring it all the way back. Is paying the phone bill what gives you access? Or should access come from trust, comfort, and mutual understanding? Because at the end of the day, you can pay for a phone, but you can't pay for trust. Let's heal and grow together, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.